Fell in love with beer in New Zealand. I was living in Australia for a while as well. So it's when the craft beer scene was really starting to take off. My hometown, Nelson, which is very, very close to that, we do really good Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc as well. So we're also known as the hop growing region of New Zealand. I grew up there, living there, and now I use those hops here and now fell in love. I started brewing at home. I was like, I want to do this for a job. This is amazing. I remember sitting in my basement filling bottles with yeast and some of them exploding and being like, I want to be paid for this. When I was homebrewing, I was legal, don't worry, I was about 20 years old. So I decided I wanted to take the next level. So the home of brewing is essentially Germany or the UK. And I said, it's easier for me to get a visa for the UK, being part of the Commonwealth. So I went to the UK and I was brewing there for about a year. This opportunity came up to come and do something amazing here. So I decided I'd come over. Job was posted online, but so one of our directors, David Plant, he put it online and met up with him with a beer. I wanted to do my own thing one day, so all I said to him was, let's meet up. I just want to have a chat about how you're opening a brewery. What are you doing? What kind of business opportunities do you need? So on and so forth. So we met up for a very brief chat for about half an hour, which turned into 3.5 hours.
Right.
And then a couple of days later, he said, would you like a job? I said, yeah, sure. So, and then Boxing Day last year, I pretty much signed a contract. So. This is our session ale. So it's one of we did for the festivals down in Tisno. So something very light, easy to drink, crisp and refreshing. 4%, so very easy, light on the palate. Nice and crisp and easy for the summer of Croatia. As soon as you've swallowed it, it's gone. And when you are looking for refreshment, you have another one. So yeah, Živeli. When we released 2 beers when we first opened in June, which was a pale ale and a session IPA. And what we wanted is something that was very easy to drink and a bridging beer. So people who are used to drinking mass lagers in all around the world. So we wanted something that is easy to kind of move over to, which was a session bridging. And then this was something for people who wanted a bit more flavor. So you'll find it's a lot more balanced. The bitterness and the sweetness kind of play off each other, and it's got slight tropical notes. So these are hops that we've used from my part of the world, so from Australia and New Zealand, which give it a really nice stone fruit aroma and flavour. This is our SIPA, or Citrus IPA, or Citrus India Pale Ale. So what we did here is, in the UK and Australia and New Zealand, these markets that craft beer has taken off, IPA has become very, very popular. So what we did is we took the bones of a good IPA, and then chucked the fresh citrus fruits. So we have over 200 kilos of oranges, over 4 kilos of limes, and 32 pieces of grapefruit into every batch that we do. Right, so this is our Juleberg, which is a Christmas-style alt beer from Denmark. And what we've done is we have roasted rosemary on coals and then put that into the beer. So we have a small amount of menthol and rosemary on the nose. Really, really strong head. Robust, but also very easy to drink. I would almost have this at the end of dinner. So something like a caramel tart, or we have brandy snaps. And we want to do something that was dark, a little bit sweet, and reminiscent of drinking coffee and chocolate. This is one of our core beers as well, available all year round. So for me, one of our best. So strong flavors of coffee, chocolate. Almost smells like it's been aged in a barrel. So those bourbon-esque notes.
But it is.
No, we use 7 different types of slad or malt to get a really, really roasty, complex, sweet flavor from it. So our Christmas porter is a year-round special. So we do this once a year. It's aged on French oak. We've added cocoa nibs and vanilla beans to it. And
Vanilla beans.
Vanilla beans, yeah. So what we wanted was the vanilla and the French oak to really round the flavors of the coffee from the malt and the chocolate from the cocoa nibs.
Special vanilla?
From Madagascar. So we used organic Madagascar vanilla beans, and they were used to round out the flavors of the coffee and the chocolate. Živeli.
And the matching food would be, in your opinion?
For me, it'd be double chocolate cake or brownie or something very, very rich. And chocolate you'd have after a Christmas dinner. So what we did here is we wanted to be the first place in Croatia to serve craft beer on nitrogen. We decided to use our own stout. So the beer itself is our stout, but it's transformed by nitrogen. So nitrogen has smaller bubbles than CO2, so it tickles the mouth a little bit more, and you have a far softer feel of the beer on the palate.
Right.
But when you taste it, it's like velvet. It just completely covers the tongue. It's incredible and very easy to drink. It's
So velvet.
yeah, that's it.
Are they all your babies?
They are my babies.
All
of them.
7 of them.
Yeah. So this year we've released 17 different styles of beer. And one of them we collaborated with one of the other brewers who's from England, who spent a lot of time in Greenland. So our Juleberg beer, Christmas style. And then the rest have been just, my babies.